Cheryl Stevens is suing cold case investigator Gabriela Vargas for a refund of services she never completed.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Judge, case 4038, Stevens versus Vargas.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. Stevens, your claim involves the return of money that you paid to Ms. Vargas to complete a family tree for you.
Correct.
You paid her $750. When did you pay her that $750?
I paid her on February 7th.
Of what year?
2023.
And we are now in October of 2024. Did you receive the information that you wanted from her with regard to your ancestry between February 7th, 2023 and October of 2024?
I did receive information.
Tell me what you received.
From February 9th to February 25, all of this represents the changes that she made on my tree.
May I see it?
Yes.
Well, this is a lot. I don't know what's old and what's new.
So I don't have information on what the tree looked like before she touched it. So that represents in ancestry all the changes that she made. She deleted some of my information. She added some family members, but she did not complete the job.
Well, what was the job supposed to look like?
The job was supposed to be complete on my mother's side of the tree with her grandparents' siblings, and so forth, and none of that is stated on my tree.
Do you have a contract with her?
No, I only have an email in which she stated what she would do.
I could like to see it,
a text,
please.
I'm sorry.
I'd like to see it, please.
There you go. Right down there.
So she did do work?
Yeah, she did do work.
Okay. Okay, so she says to you, "Hi, Cheryl, I've reviewed your tree and the data. The tree has multiple issues, including inaccurate information and documentation, duplicate people, and information taken from other trees without proof to support it. Building out your mother's maternal grandparents will be a bit more complex due to the times of slavery and lack of documentation during that time, but it is absolutely possible to do." You sent her that message.
I did.
Okay. You told her that the fee was $750, and you told her that it's absolutely possible to do. Did you do it?
I absolutely did.
Did you receive it?
No.
Okay. So you did, in fact, according to you, complete that.
I did a significant amount of work on her tree.
That's not my question. For $750, you indicated to her in February of 2023 that you could complete the maternal part of her family tree.
Correct.
And you said it's absolutely doable.
Correct.
Okay. All I want to know is, did you do it? So the answer is no, but you did a significant amount of work on it.
The answer is yes, I did complete it. However, I was removed from the tree before I could provide her with the end report.
Okay. And when did you complete it? Month, day, and year?
It was in March of 2024. I don't have the exact day.
So over a year later?
Yes. And I had indicated...
Just a second.
Sorry.
Did you send it to her?
She already...
Did you send the completed work to her in March of 2024?
She owned the tree. She had possession of it the entire time. I worked in her family tree. I was never the owner of the tree.
So there was nothing that you had that you didn't give to her, that she didn't have. And is what you're telling me that the job, careful, that the job that she hired you for was completed? Because Whitney is going to read back your prior answer, which suggested to me that it was not completed.
I can explain.
Explain.
So
Well, first of all, let's just get to, was it or was it not completed? Now, it could not be completed because you couldn't do it for whatever reason. You couldn't do what you had indicated in your text, what you were going to do. There may have been reasons why you couldn't do it.
It was completed. And I had let the plaintiffs know that I was having an immense amount of issues working in her tree because she would not stop working in her own tree, which I specifically asked her not to, as I was cleaning it up. So I advised her that I would start working in my own tree that I owned to finish completing the work so that it could remain accurate with evidence to back it up.
Do you know what she's talking about?
No, I do not.
I'd like to see what you're talking about.
Talking about an Ancestry.com type of tree, so it's the plaintiff's account that the defendant was working in the whole time. However, every time the plaintiff makes a change, with or without evidence, it affects the work that the defendant is then doing in the tree. But she just had plaintiff's login information. She's not providing any additional pieces of evidence that you're looking for as far as information about the tree.
Who isn't?
It was the defendant. It's all being done under the plaintiff's account.
Tree, yeah.
Under the plaintiff's account.
name.
So, but if she makes changes to it, that affects the defendant's work as far as what she's able to do.
Cheryl Stevens claims cold case investigator Gabriela Vargas never finished her family history and owes her a refund.
Okay, your answer says from May until August of 2023. She hired you in February. You said from May until August you had issues of your own, so you couldn't work on it.
Yes.
And then you started working on a high-profile murder case.
Yes.
So you also didn't work on it. So now we're going to a year later, May of 2024, is when you gave her additional information and she blocked me. So that was a year later. Is what you're telling me that for a year, her project was placed on hold, either because of your medical issues or because you were working on another case? That's either a yes or a no.
No.
Okay, so when after February 2023, after the first information, did you work on her tree?
The entire year.
That's not what you say in your answer. That's not what you
Your
say.
Honor,
That's not what you say in your answer. You say in your answer, in May and August 2023, I had some family and health issues and had to put the work on hold.
Yes, and therefore I was unable to work on it for a few days, maybe a week.
Because I'm reading your answer, and your answer says, just recently I continued to work using the papers I had already printed. I found the original person in question is not part of a family tree after all, but she does not yet know this. So we're talking about now in October of 2024, and you say I continued to work on this. On what date did you continue to start to work on it? Just recently is what you say. I continued to work on it. Well, give me the date of just recently. Give me the date. That's a date of just recently.
March of 2024.
Can you show me some documentation that you did work in March of 2024?
It's all in my texts and emails.
No, don't show me a whole bunch of papers. At my age, I can't go through all that nonsense. So what you're telling me is you did no work on this project, let's say August, September, or October of 2024. The work that you did on it was March of 2024.
I was unable to. She revoked my access to her account, but I had paper document that I was using and the work that I had done in my tree that I continued to work using that documentation because I was paid for service and I wanted to finish the project for her.
What date? Show me the date.
I don't have an exact date.
Give me a month.
That I finished working on it.
Tell me the last time you worked on it. Month.
I restarted working on it when in August when I found out that I was being sued.
Okay, well, that's what I wanted to know. When you found out you were being sued for the return of your money, you started to work on the project again.
Without access to anything.
Whatever access you had. When you found out you were being sued, you started to work on the project again. Until that time, we're not talking about March of 2020, we're talking about 3 months ago.
That is correct.
Okay. And when you did that work, did you transmit the results of that work to the plaintiff?
I have been blocked and have no contact with her.
Okay. Do you have any interest in seeing the results of that work?
I do.
If you see the results of that work, then I'm dismissing your lawsuit. Do you understand?
I do. So then let me retract. No.
Okay, because you have no confidence in it.
I don't.
I wouldn't either.
Okay.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $750. Thank you very much, Defendant.
This court is adjourned.
Is suing her former friend, Letitia Snell, for withholding lottery winnings and the cost of a rental car.
Ms. McPhee, interesting case. You and the defendant have been friends for a very long time.
Yes.
You live in different counties, but you are in communication regularly with each other. And you both play the lottery.
Yes.
I assume that from your complaint that you have special numbers.
Yes.
What are your numbers?
10:04, my birthday.
On July 30th of this year,
Yes.
you were on the phone
Yes.
with the defendant. Tell me what happened.
We was on the phone talking, having a conversation, and then she was like, "Sis, I'm gonna call you back. I'm finna go and play my numbers."
Call you back, I'm going to play my numbers, which
Yeah.
meant she was going to play her lottery numbers.
Yes.
Miss Snell, what are your numbers?
Oh, I have so many. I could start off with pick 3, pick 4, or pick 5.
Okay, so you have specific numbers that you play all the time.
Yeah.
And she has specific numbers that she plays all the time.
Yes, I'm sure.
Just a second, that she gave you.
Yes.
So on July 30th, when you were going to buy your lottery tickets, she asked you to buy some lottery tickets for her using her numbers?
Yes, both our numbers I played together.
Using her numbers. And she gave you those numbers.
Yes.
And in effect said to you, when you're going for yours, I'll send you money, play mine.
Yes.
And you did.
Yes.
How much money did she send you?
$35.
And she sent you how?
Through Cash App.
So you got it immediately.
Yeah.
Where did you go to purchase the tickets?
7-Eleven.
How much money did you spend on your lottery tickets?
Oh, I didn't have a chance because it was 5 minutes until the draw time. So I was trying to put all of our numbers in there, but I ran her numbers first. I spent $4 because that's 4.
Just a second. Let's go slowly.
Okay.
Danielle McPhee, claims her former friend, Letitia Snell, turned in Danielle's winning lottery ticket and wrongfully kept half the money.
Okay, you went to the place, you spent her $35, played
Yes.
her numbers, and spent $4 of your own?
Yes,
How many numbers did you get to put in for $4?
only 4 tickets, which
Four
were $1 each.
Okay,
Were
four-
able to go in.
That's okay. What number won?
1004.
That's her birthday.
Yep.
And so this is what the case is about. Ultimately, when you found out that your birth date won, you wanted your winnings. You offered to give the defendant, according to what I read, gas money.
Yes.
The defendant ultimately, after some bickering back and forth, sent you half of your winnings.
Yes.
And how much were all of the winnings?
$2,700.
And you sent her how much?
Altogether, she got $1,371.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, Ms. Snell, I'd like you to try to explain to me why you withheld $1,329 from her.
Okay, when I first called her back and told her, well, she already knew that my tickets didn't run because I was so busy.
Don't tell me what, listen to me, don't tell me what she knew.
Okay,
So far, you had not entered into a business relationship with her, which was, I'll give you money, you play the numbers, my number, because you're going. If we win, I'll split it with you. That's business. That's not what you both tell me happened. You were on the phone. You said, I'll have to call you back. I'm running to play my numbers. She said, if you're going to play my numbers. She sent you money to play her numbers. You played her numbers and her birthday won. Where do you think you're entitled to any of that money?
because I did all the footwork and her numbers would have never got played if I would have never played them.
Okay, Miss Snell, what you did was do her a favor. Now, there's nothing in the law of doing somebody a favor, but in order to create a business relationship, there has to be a contract, a meeting of the minds. I will send you money. You go to the store, play the numbers, and because you're doing this legwork, so I don't have to go to the store. If my numbers win, I'll give you half. That's a contract. That's different from a favor. Do you understand? There has to be some theory. There's no theory about I did the legwork. Do you get it?
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you again. Do you see any basis for you not turning over her winnings to her?
I felt as though I did turn over, the winnings. We never, even when I told her that our numbers hit, the numbers
No,
hit.
her number hit.
Well,
Her birthday hit.
Okay. Well, even when I told her, there was no discussion of what we were going to do. She was sending me to the lottery office, which I drove to Castleberry, Florida, to go and cash in the ticket, which was a good away from my residence, to go and cash in the ticket.
Did she ask you to, just a second, did she ask you to do that?
Yes.
No, just to go and
Yes.
cash the ticket?
Yes.
No. Tell me when she asked you, because anybody could cash the ticket if you don't put your name on the back of it. So you could have given her the ticket and she could have gone to cash in the ticket. That's easy. So I'm asking you, because I didn't get that impression from the papers, that she said to you, go and cash in the ticket.
She asked me what time I was going to cash the ticket. The reason why she won't cash the ticket in her name because she receives disability and she cannot get it in her name.
Oh, there we go. Did you ask her to cash in the ticket?
No, I did not.
Not true, Your Honor.
I told her I would come, ask Crystal, could I come to rent a car for me and come to Orlando to pick up the ticket? If I'm telling you to cash the ticket in, why would I drive to Orlando for the ticket?
Why don't you just put it in the mail? And in any event, there has to, what?
Your Honor, she didn't drive to Orlando till the next day after I cashed in that ticket.
What I'm telling you is, Ms. Snell, there has to be a contract for you to receive half those winnings because that was your arrangement. You can't decide afterwards, well, I did all the legwork and I'm entitled to money. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So I also want to say that even this ticket is in my name, I'm also going to be responsible for it through taxes.
Well, that's true. You will. And if you file for taxes, do you work?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
Sanitation lead.
And how much do you earn?
But right now I'm out of work.
Okay, then you don't have to worry about taxes. Okay, judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,329. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
This court is adjourned.
Former clients, Jada Millette and Antoinette Chavers, for property damage, photography services, copyright infringement, and defamation.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Judge, case 4023, Frazier versus Millette Chavers.
Thank you. Ms. Frazier, you're a photographer.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have your own studio?
I work out of my home.
Do you have a website?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I take a look at it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now I've read this website. I want you to take a look at this. What's your first name?
Jada.
Jada. Take a look at this, let your mom take a look at this, and make sure that this is the same website that you saw when you hired Miss Fraser to photograph your 21st birthday.
No, it's a new website.
Can I see the Can I see the website that you saw? Okay, and I'll take them both now. No, the one that you gave me is only partial. I'm not seeing that it's any different from that, and some of it's left out.
That's what was available to us
Well,
on the
that's too
website.
bad. Did you change your website?
No, ma'am.
No. Return this to them. Okay, so you knew what the drill was. You wanted her to take pictures for your daughter's 21st birthday. She was getting makeup done. I think the whole charge was $250.
Yes, ma'am.
According to the website, that $250 package that you ordered, which is what you ordered, correct?
Correct.
Included her taking the pictures. It included 10 retouched pictures from the whole package. It was a $50 deposit. The rest of the money was to be paid in cash at the date of the shoot, that you had to notify her in advance of any guests you were bringing because it's at her house. Space is small, no kids. Anything else that I left out?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you made an appointment for when?
The appointment was scheduled for...
Well, originally we had 2 appointments, but because of editing, we needed to push the appointment up so she could have the photos available for her birthday on time. So,
You asked her to please move up the date.
well, she asked us.
What date did you call her?
So,
Not though, just give me a date.
June 23rd.
Is the date that you called her. When's your birthday?
July 7th.
And when was the first appointment that you made with her?
So the original appointment was for July 2nd.
And then there was a conversation about changing that to a sooner date. Tell me about that conversation.
In order for me to have my pictures on time, we had to
No.
schedule a new...
No. Unless you're a mind reader, you don't know that. You had your appointment for July 2nd. Then something had to happen. Either you or your mother had to call the plaintiff and say, you know what? I don't think that that's enough time for her to say to you, if you do it July 2nd, I can't have the pictures for you by your birthday. Somebody had to say that, start that conversation.
Yeah,
Who was it?
the plaintiff said that she wouldn't have my pictures in time.
So to move the appointment up.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, she texted me and asked, my birthday is July 7th. She said, I looked at your turnaround time. Will they be done by the 7th? And I told her, no, they will not. The turnaround time is 7 to 10 business days. But what I can do for you, since you want to post a picture...
Just a second. So you called her?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, and said, I know I'm coming in on the 2nd. Is that enough time for me to get my pictures done for my birthday?
Because on the website, there's a rush fee.
Yes, on the website that you didn't want to pay.
No,
If you
I
could've-
did. I agreed to pay the rush fee. She denied it.
Okay. Well, maybe she was busy.
Maybe,
Fourth of
but
July.
pictures
Just
off
a
fine,
second.
and that's why I was
Ken,
scheduled.
Your 21st birthday didn't exactly creep up on you. It's been coming for 21 years. The date hasn't changed. So you called the last week in June, and you wanted your pictures for the first week in July finished. That's what you wanted. Okay, that means that somebody who may have other things to do, personal, professional, or whatever, has to sort of move to your cadence, to your delayed cadence. In any event, she rescheduled in order to get that for you. That's an that's a yes.
Yes.
And when did she reschedule that for you?
June 26th. Yeah.
So that was an accommodation.
Yes.
Now I want you to tell me what happened when you got there.
Okay, when I arrived, she was upset because I brought my one person that it says on the website that you can do.
No. It doesn't say that.
Well,
it says you can.
we have.
It says you can do that if you notify her. That's what the website.
She was notified.
Just a second. The website says you can bring one person with prior notification. Am I correct?
You're correct.
Okay, so I read it. Now, she was upset that you brought one person, but you were about to say she knew we were bringing the one person.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I want you to tell me how she knew. She didn't look into a crystal ball.
No. We were all included in a group chat where we discussed where we were meeting at, times, dates. Everything was discussed between my co-defendant, my mom, and the plaintiff.
So you assumed she knew that you were bringing your mother.
I was aware that she knew.
No, you can't be aware. You can't be aware what she knew, because that makes you sort of soothsayer, creeping into her mind. You assumed that since you were on a three-way chat discussing where to go and what time to go, you assumed that she knew that you were bringing your mother. You didn't know she knew you were bringing your mother unless you said to her, I am bringing my mother. Is that okay, pursuant to your website, right? You didn't say that to her.
No.
You were all together. So you assumed that she knew that
Your
you were
Honor,
bringing...
that still doesn't give anyone a right to be upset and yell at you.
Just to say, don't.
Okay.
We're going for facts,
Yeah.
madam. The facts are, as indicated, you're supposed to have permission. You assumed that that was all taken care of because you were all doing this thing together, and she knew it was your 21st birthday.
Right.
So, and your mother was sort of coordinating this thing happening to. I substantively don't understand why she would have been annoyed that you brought your mother if your mother was behaving herself.
Rashida Frazier claims her former clients, Jada Millette and Antoinette Shavers, vandalized her house and defamed her. Jada and Antoinette are countersuing for posting a nude image of Jada online.
All right, so now you come to the date of the shoot, and
Nobody was really acting out. It was still weird energy, I guess. Like, my mom advised me, like, not to, like, go forth with the photo shoot, but I needed my promotion done and my birthday picture, so I was trying to be, I guess,
Cordial.
Cordial.
so the pictures were being taken.
Yes.
Fine. About what time did it start?
It started at, was it 5?
It was a 5 p.m. session,
5,
ma'am.
and it ended at around 5:55. And it was supposed to be an hour, but I think she had a customer coming in or something. So.
What? So it was 55 minutes. Started at 5, ended
Yes.
at 5:55. Okay. Now, did you pay her?
Yes,
And you paid her how much?
$250.
Okay. In total.
Yes,
Great. And that's what she charges.
yes.
Okay. So you didn't pay her a rush fee.
No,
Right. Even though she rushed.
she did not
No,
rush.
she
Oh,
didn't.
just a second. Well, she rushed to get you an appointment.
No.
No.
She
I
didn't.
What are you
An
kidding?
appointment.
No,
Your
she
Honor.
rushed to get you a sooner appointment.
No.
Your Honor, if I were to book for July the 2nd, I would have paid the rush fee in order for my pictures to arrive on July 7th. But being as though she agreed to push my date up to June 26th, there's no rush fee
It was
involved.
no reason for the rush.
I'm absolutely following you, madam. I'm
Right.
not thick. I said to you, she accommodated you to make the
accommodated
shoot.
herself.
Listen, no.
She might have
You-
been
you
busy,
are-
but the services
you
that I
are-
was paying for,
Just a second.
I think
I
that's
can't assume
just-
that she's
I just
busy.
think you guys, Your Honor.
Do you think you want to talk to each other? Go outside and don't waste my time.
no.
What I'm telling you is, if she hadn't moved the date up to accommodate you, which is what you asked for, and she kept the date originally selected, which was July 2nd, and if you wanted the pictures by the 7th, you would have had to have paid an additional $200.
which I was fine with
Just
doing.
a second. That's not an aha. That's a yes.
Yes, which I was fine with
Okay.
doing.
So instead of making you pay the additional $200 rush fee, she agreed to see you at 5 o'clock on the 26th. That's what it appears like on paper. Do you get that now?
I still don't.
Are you answering the phone?
No, I'm
for the-
looking at
for
the
the
message.
Right, you can't listen. I'll tell you like I tell my husband all the time. I'm not talking to you until you're looking at my eyes.
I'm sorry, Your
Do you
Honor.
understand?
I do.
Now, I'm not saying it again. I want you to start to process that in your brain.
Can I speak, Your Honor? I think where the confusion is happening
Right.
is that the before date was available. So Rashida wasn't put out in any way. All we had to do is go back on the website and book an earlier date. I just didn't know she had a 7 to 10 day turnaround. So it was me that booked this.
And on the
shoot.
policy, there's a rush fee. So even if there is a 7 to 10 day turnaround, I can pay a rush fee. And I
But
would
we didn't
be
need
able
the
to
rush
get
fee
my
because
photos
she
by the 2nd.
explained if we did it on the 2nd, they would not be done in time.
Your Honor,
I
this
would,
was 4th of
okay.
July.
So it was just a little.
Retouched images take 7 to 10 business days from the day you choose your photos. That's what it says.
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
Okay.
So once she reiterated that through text, I said, okay, well, we'll push the date up so that we can get it within the 7 to 10 days. We don't have to pay a rush fee. Everything was good. I have the text right here. Thank
Just
you
a
for
second.
booking.
So she accommodated you.
No, it was available.
No,
on
you're
her
answering
page.
her question.
Impossible. I can actually understand her frustration.
Yes.
Your Honor, I don't think I'm explaining the matter right. So here's what happened. The plaintiff was busy on the day I decided to book. I already paid the deposit for that day. There's a rush fee. I knew there was a rush fee. I knew I would be able to pay that rush
Just
fee.
a second. You can't talk fast to me.
I'm sorry.
When
I'm
you
just trying to
said
get it all out.
I just want to get this right. The plaintiff was already busy when you booked your date. Is that what you first said? Is that
No.
what you said? Could
She
you read back
expressed-
what? Shh.
She said the plaintiff was busy on the day I decided to book. I
Yeah,
already
that's what
paid
you
the
said. The
deposit.
plaintiff was
But she
busy.
didn't express to me until after I
Just a
booked.
second. You said the plaintiff was busy on the day that I booked. Did you book with her in person or did you book with her online?
Online.
Okay. And as soon as you did, she said, I'm busy on that date.
Yes.
And she gave you the date of July 2nd.
She gave me the date of June 26th.
What date was July 2nd?
That was the original date that I was planning to schedule for.
Okay. You
So-
could have had that date, but you wouldn't have had your pictures on time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
But she didn't accommodate it.
Yeah.
I could have had my
Anyway.
photos on time by paying that rush fee, if that
But
makes
there
sense.
was
Honor,
a
she didn't
sooner
want
date
to pay it.
available.
I
May
did
I,
want to pay
may
the
I
rush
see
fee.
what she's giving me? Yeah.
You're saying she
Yeah.
accommodated
My
us, but-
birthday is July 7th. I was wondering if the pics can be ready by that date without having to pay a rush
Without.
fee. That's without having to pay a rush fee. Your shoot is July 2nd and your birthday is the 7th. Did you read the website? They will not be done.
Right.
That's what you wrote.
Right.
That's
what she wrote. Yeah.
No, that's what your daughter wrote. Your daughter wrote, can I come in? I don't want to pay a rush fee.
I did not
Coming
say
in
I
on the
didn't want to pay a
second.
rush
Stop
fee.
talking.
Okay.
It's not that I'm not understanding you, madam. I'm understanding you perfectly.
I just got confused. You said she
I don't care if you
accommodated
get
us.
confused. Your confusion is not my mission. Let me tell you something. She's in the business of providing a service. That service requires happy customers who will continue to promote her business so that she can continue to make a living.
Absolutely.
That's what she does. There has to be, in my judgment, which is common sense, some real reason why there was acrimony that existed right from the very beginning. And I'm going to tell you something. It didn't emanate with her, because I can see from our discourse, it didn't emanate with her.
Well, I have proof of otherwise.
That's not a not speak. That's not an answer. I'm not in a doubt.
Rashida Frazier has accused her former clients, Jada Millette and Antoinette Shavers, of vandalizing her house. Jada claims Rashida ruined her reputation by posting a nude image of her online.
Listen, she took your pictures, and after she took your pictures, tell me what happened.
After my photos were taken, I left.
You paid her $250.
Yes.
She didn't have my payment, Your Honor.
She what?
She did not have my payment. It says final payment.
Shh, just a second. She says you didn't pay her the $250 the day you left.
That's not correct, Your Honor.
You paid her the $250.
I paid her the $250.
Show me.
We paid her
I'm speaking to one
I'll show you
person.
what she refunded, so that proves that I paid.
No, it doesn't prove that you
Okay,
paid.
well, then I'll show you what I paid.
Listen, your mother may listen to your blabber. I don't. It doesn't prove that you paid her on the date of the shoot, which is what it says in here. She says you didn't pay her on the date of the shoot.
She had
You
to
said,
go
I
get
don't
cash.
want to hear you.
Your Honor, how would I prove that I paid her with cash?
Okay.
Just a second. All I'm asking you is, did you pay her with cash?
Yes.
Did you pay her with cash on the day that you left the shoot?
Yes.
Show me.
How would I
cash
show you
payment.
that I paid her with cash?
Okay.
She paid me, Your Honor, but the mother, as I was shooting Jada, she was giving like sign language to her mother, and the mother said, "Oh, shoot," and she grabbed her keys and ran out of the house, and I said, "Where's your mother going?" "Oh, you want to be paid in cash, right? She's going to get your cash."
Just a second. Did she pay you in cash that day?
Yes, but I had to
So
push
why
my
lie?
6 p.m. back. It says bring the money.
Just
All
a
she
second.
does is
Just a
lie,
second.
Your Honor.
Don't be petty. Then the answer is the mother paid you cash. She may not have brought it with her, but she paid you cash on the date of the shoot.
She did, ma'am, but
That's
she
all
took
I
so
wanna
long
know.
I had to push my next client back.
I don't care.
Okay.
Okay, so now the photo shoot is finished and you are paid. What happened next?
I left. She sent me the raw images for me to pick 10 photos that I
Just a
want
second.
edited.
The same day.
It was June 28th, so it was 2 days after the photo
So
shoot.
2 days afterwards, she got you the raw pictures.
Yes.
Great. And what happened then?
I expressed to her that I seen.
Not expressed. You sent her a text, you called her.
Yeah, I sent her a text that
That said what?
I seen on her site you could get an additional picture, but you have to pay $15 to edit each additional picture. She would only retouch 10 pictures for the
Just a second.
for the set.
Read to me what you said to her in your text.
I said to her, if you can please do these pictures, I believe it's 13, but I will pay you extra. You'll make my birthday.
Okay, so you wanted her, according to your text, to do 3 additional pictures.
Yes.
And did she answer you?
She said 12 is the max you can order. I asked her, is that by policy or is that by choice? And she proceeded to refund me.
Yeah, Honor, that's
Didn't
not
answer
true.
my.
Okay.
She's reading the end of the messages.
Because that would be harsh, right? So do you have the messages,
Yes,
all the
ma'am.
messages? May I take a look
Yes,
at them,
ma'am.
please? Because I would agree with you that that would be harsh
Yeah.
if that one message followed another. Can you redo 3? I could redo a maximum of 12. And then she refunded your money, and I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. She's going to tell me her version of what happened on these events, too. Can I see? Well, there's a lot of back and forth. On Saturday, June 29th, she wrote to you, "Good morning. Today is the deadline if you want them on July 7th. You answer her 3 hours later and said, you said Sunday at least, right? Because I need a few extra photos. And she says to you, 12 is the max you can order. And you say to her, 12 extra or 12 in total. So instead of 10, 22, well, something's wrong with your noodle, right? Because you originally said you wanted 3 extra, and now you're asking this dumb question, which is 12 extra or 12 in total. Where did that come
This
from?
question came way before.
No, 12 extra.
Yeah, the
No,
12
that's
additional
June
photos.
29th. She says 12 total, and then you say to her, I didn't read anything about 12 maximum, so how much do I get them all with the 10 edits that I already paid for.
So that's me, Your Honor, that said I didn't read anything about 12 max.
Your daughter said she wanted 13. She said 12 max.
Right.
I mean,
Which it
she
wasn't on
said
the policy.
You're speaking.
Right. Okay.
Where is this 12 max at on your page? What I missed? I don't know who said that, you or your daughter. I'm telling you, I'm not retouching more than 12 images. How am I going to get you 15 plus images by July 7th? I have other clients. Oh, wow. So this is by choice, not policy. Daughter, get your 10 photos and be done. So you're in the process of talking back and forth to each other. I don't know what MMK means. What does MMK mean?
Okay.
Oh, wait, a bunch of morons. And then somebody says, these are my birthday pictures, WYM. What does that mean?
What you mean?
What you mean, refund?
So she didn't send you all of it, Your Honor.
I don't want no refund. I want to pay for more pictures. And this is a picture of you in a fishnet stockings.
I think it'll be better, Your Honor, from the phone.
Okay, let me see your phone for a moment, please. See, this was not going well. In any event, this was a back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And finally, she said, I've had enough. Here's your $250 back. You got your $250 back. Is that correct? That's a yes or a no?
Yes.
Okay. And when you got your $250 back, what did you do with it?
I had to start off.
No. What did you do? Did you put it in the bank? Did you put it in your wallet? Did you put it in your pocketbook?
I told her I don't want a refund. I want
I
my
know,
pictures.
I saw that. But you ultimately took the money. And
No, she refunded it to my mother. I'm the one paying for the photo
Just
shoot.
a second. So she refunded the money to your mother?
Yes.
And on what date did she refund the money to your mother?
It was that same day, so,
June 29th.
yes, ma'am.
And on the 29th, everything stopped.
No.
No.
But yeah.
Everything stopped with regard to the photographs. You didn't edit anymore?
No, I was done.
Yeah, you were done.
Rashida Frazier is suing her former clients, Jada Melez and Antoinette Shavers, for property damage and online defamation.
Okay, and now we come to your lawsuit,
Yes, ma'am.
which says that because now you're even. You don't have your pictures, you don't have your money, because clearly there were either misunderstandings or you felt as if the client was being unreasonable. Maybe they thought you were being unreasonable. Now it's a wash, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What's the next thing that happened?
I refunded the $250. The mother texts back in caps, that was not smart. The daughter kept calling. So I answered, and she's yelling, you're not going to give me my pictures? Why did you refund me? I want my pictures. Said, hey, you got your $250. You guys are difficult. I can't take it anymore. Find another photographer. She was like, all right, B, I got you. 15 to 20 minutes.
This is on the 29th.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I got a call. Rashida, get home quick. Someone is busting out the backyard videos, and I submitted evidence.
Okay. When you say somebody's breaking up, you're suggesting that either the mother or the daughter, which is why you're here, vandalized your property.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a major part of what the lawsuit is about.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I've read your answer, and if I'm correct, you say she falsely claims I vandalized her home. I have no idea what she's talking about. That's what you say.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to tell you that I'm going to take a look at a video. I hope that video doesn't show me anything else. Okay?
And we also have a counter.
Don't.
I don't want to forget about the counters, too.
Oh, you may forget about everything. Now I'm going to see the video. Go.
That's happened to her 5 different times. It's not me.
She has bear mace, Your Honor. Bear mace on her hip,
Whoever
and I
that
have the
is,
police
that's about
report.
800 pounds.
Just a second. I need to get a picture of that.
I don't know who that is.
At all.
And I also have witness statements, too.
I don't take statements from anybody, madam.
But this has happened several times before.
Yeah.
Can I see your police report?
And I have a tattoo. That's not, like, it's clear that's not me. I have several tattoos.
Your photograph was compared, according to the police, using California Photo, CalPhoto. And Millette, that's you, correct?
Yes.
Yes, it was identified by the investigator. Look at me.
I want to see the.
She has neck tattoos.
I have neck tattoos. I have piercings. That's not.
Well, I can't tell that. I can't tell the piercings from.
I can tell clear. I'm not saying you're not, but I'm gonna let you do your
I'm
job.
just telling you that it's not a super picture, but Bakersfield police compared this picture to utilizing CalPhoto, and I assume you have a driver's license, correct?
Yes.
Right. And they matched your picture to that. Now, this happened on the 29th, which is sort of coincidental, because that's the date you didn't get your photographs. What happened?
Is that the day the police report was made? Like, what day that what happened?
On July 11th, she contacted that she had video surveillance of the offense.
Here we go,
She
Your Honor.
also accused
Here's
me
the
of that.
ID. The detective compared her
May I see-
California ID
may I see-
to. Thank you, Jesus.
She accused me of doing that also. She accused me all over Facebook of busting her windows. We were in Las Vegas.
Show me.
I don't know.
Show
That's
me.
where I live, but
Show
I don't
me.
know. I'm gonna look at my photos. Maybe we were on the strip.
Do you have any communication with her after the vandalism?
After her busting my windows, no.
That's a lie. She's threatened
That's
my
a
life.
lie.
She's had people come.
No, just a second. I asked a question. I said, did she
Okay.
have any communication with you
She lied
after?
to you.
Show me.
Okay. All right. No worry. Okay, so
Waiting for
here's
that.
this.
No, don't. I said, did she have any communication with you? Don't send me anything else. Other
It's
people
proof of
contacting me,
communication.
I'm not interested.
No, it's proof of communication between her
And us.
yes.
And
Through
you or your mother?
Facebook.
Me,
Yes,
both of us.
through Facebook.
Your Honor,
And text
I knew
message.
the moment she busted my windows, I was suing her. I would not be an idiot to contact
No,
her.
just a second. I just asked them a question. I don't get a straight answer from you folks. Did you contact each other afterwards? And if the answer is the only communication we had was via Facebook. You didn't call. You didn't text her.
Yes, ma'am.
You did call.
She called me. She texted me.
Show me.
Okay.
Afterwards.
There's a video. I have a video also, Your Honor, that I would like to play where she called me and threatened my life and told me to fill up my tank so that I can come bury my daughter or something like that.
Okay.
So that,
Can we move on,
submitted it.
please? For some bizarre reason, she and her mother decide to take these over-sexy photographs of her. And I always say to people, you know what? If you don't want it on the cover of the New York Times, don't take it.
Rashida Frazier claims her former clients, Jada Moletz and Antoinette Shavers, vandalized her house and defamed her. Jada and Antoinette are countersuing for posting a nude image of Jada online.
Okay, I'm waiting to see something that you say you have on your machine. So far, I
Okay.
didn't see that you were in Nevada on the date of this incident, which is what you
Well,
were
I
going to
live
show.
in Nevada.
So far, you were looking for the first thing you were looking for was proof that you were in Nevada with your daughter on the date of this incident, despite the fact that the police, Bakersfield Police, identified this photograph from your daughter's driver's license as the same person.
Okay, so this is proof that she called me after.
You coming with the homegirl? You dumb. You said my
She wanted to meet up to fight.
You threatened my daughter. You want to lighten up. Girl, ain't nobody worried about you. Nobody is worried about you, Rashida. Go on with your life.
That video is also.
Girl, don't have. I'm gonna
The
have
video is
CPS
also
over
up
there
on
again.
YouTube.
You want a CPS case again, don't you? You need to stop worrying about me and worrying about you. You need to stop worrying about us. Didn't you say it was done? Okay, check this out. I won't let some ugly put hands on me. Girl, you're not whooping nobody. You're not whooping nobody.
Okay, what is that mess in your studio?
That ain't my house.
Oh, that's your house.
Yeah, disgusting.
Yours was filthy and
Just a second.
everywhere.
I just thought
Wait,
that
what
the
mess?
place was disgusting.
Disgusting,
Whoever,
the mess?
ghetto.
whoever house that is disgusting.
Yes.
Shh. I thought that was
Where's
after.
the mess?
Actually, I actually thought that was after vandalism.
Oh no, you see,
looking at the-
you see plants.
I don't see
You
no
see
mess.
plants on the floor.
Where's the mess?
Disgusting.
Like
That's
your aunt.
neither here or there. She threatened my daughter's life and my life. She called my phone 15 times in one day. She's looked for Jada's father. Her husband wanted.
Your Honor, where's the receipts? The proof?
Oh, well, she
we
see
have
that, and
receipts of
we have
that.
the receipts. We have the proof right
Can I
here.
ask you a question? Forget it. She's responsible for the vandalism to her house.
She's
And
not.
I'm
I'm not.
speaking. So you decided to do this sexy photo shoot for your 21st birthday.
Yeah.
There's nothing, it's not glam shots of your 21st birthday. They were fishnet stockings and this is a picture that you posted.
That's me.
That's
That's
her.
me, Your Honor.
Who posted this?
The mother.
It was my review of my
Experience.
with Rashida.
Oh,
Your Honor,
well,
that is-
I have to tell you something. She's allowed to do that. She's allowed to, because I know it's one of the things she's suing for. She's allowed to review negatively her experience if she did not have a good experience with you. I say this all the time. When people choose to advertise on the internet their service, they risk other people who have utilized their service from giving them less than favorable rating. She gave you a less than favorable rating. How much was it to fix the windows, is my question.
$1378.
May I see, please? When the police came, just my own curiosity, when the police came and they identified this, do you know if they ever contacted the defendant?
They couldn't get a hold of her.
You don't know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't really die trying because it was a vandalism case, as far as they're concerned.
That we knew nothing about.
Okay. Okay.
We were in Las Vegas.
And then also, Your Honor...
just a sec. I'm asking you to show me proof of that.
Oh, okay.
And you still... just a second. I asked you for proof. You look all over the place.
No,
Just show me proof that you were in Vegas.
Okay. I don't know what you mean, like show you.
No, you said you were in Las Vegas at the
but that's
time
where
of
I
this
live.
incident, so you couldn't have been there.
Right.
And I said to you, do you have proof? You said yes. I said, find it. Now you say you don't have it, so I am relying on my view and the police department, who have professionals who compared your daughter's driver's license to the photo in that video. In addition to the fact that she had returned your money, you are not getting your photographs. All that taken together is $1,400 for the windows, plus another $600 for the trespass and the annoyance for having to break the map. Don't speak.
Your Honor, she talked about my deceased parents.
Listen, you got nasty with each other.
No, Your Honor, I was professional from the beginning. I bent over backwards for both of them.
I have to tell you something. It's almost like dealing with a 2-year-old child. She's going to be 21 years old. For some bizarre reason, she and her mother decide to take these over-sexy photographs of her. And I always say to people, you know what? If you don't want it on the cover of the New York Times, don't take it. I mean, even one of the pictures that I looked at, your breast was exposed. She said to you, can you get rid of my boob? Well, if you don't want your boob exposed, keep your boob inside your bra, and you won't get your picture taken with your boob exposed. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm from another planet. I don't know.
This is touchy.
But I don't know, but I've had 21-year-old daughters. I've had 21-year-old daughters and 21-year-old grandchildren. And I have never, ever suggested that the 21-year-old photographs that I take of my grandchildren have them in Playboy outfits and fishnet stockings. It just doesn't work. And get all excited when
We come from a different era, but that's just what these
Just a second, it's not a different era.
It is.
I have 21-year-old granddaughters.
Well, Your Honor,
if they said to me, I'm taking these pictures, I would say, listen, I can't do anything. You're a grown-up and adult. You want me to pay for them to take those pictures? Are you out of your mind? Go to a psychiatrist. I'm not paying for those pictures.
For that all.
You want to go work at McDonald's and make enough money to pay for them? I can't stop you. But I'm not going to support that.
So
just
this
a
is
second.
touchy because she
just a
posted
second.
nude
I'm finished with
photos.
this case. I am finished with this
What about
case.
my countersuit? Because she posted nude photos of me on Facebook.
Just a second. I would like to see nude. That's important. I would like to see nude photographs of you, because you didn't take any nude photographs.
This made me super emotional. It made me.
Just a second. I didn't see any nude photographs that you took.
I don't know where she got them
just a
photos
second.
from.
I didn't see any nude photographs in your photo shoot. Am I correct?
You're correct.
So if she got a nude photograph of you, she got it from someplace else.
Correct.
Don't answer for. I don't need to hear this twice as an echo.
Accused her former clients, Jada Millette and Antoinette Shavers, of vandalizing her house. Jada claims Rashida ruined her reputation by posting a nude image of her online.
Okay, so she had to get it from somewhere, right?
Yes.
Unless you say she made it up with artificial intelligence. So she had to get it from somewhere.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And it was a picture of you because that's what got you so upset. Uh-huh is not an answer. Yes is an answer. Which suggests to a logical mind that you took or had somebody take a nude picture of you.
No.
So now I'm going to take a look at the picture and find out where she got it from.
This was posted on my Facebook, as well as calling her a prostitute and all.
Just a second.
She's implying that I'm ugly or something. I don't know. My body's ugly. I don't know.
I don't know what this is. You have shoes,
It's
pants on?
embarrassing, is what it is.
Would you tell me what this is, Sarah?
Your Honor, may I explain what was occurring?
No, you can't explain what's occurring. I'm showing it, looking at it with my eyes, and I'm asking somebody else to look at it and tell me what it is. It's clearly...
I'm talking about in the photo. Somebody took a photo of me against my will. I was in a physical dispute between two women. They both put their hands on me, both pulled my shirt out, my shoulder dislocated, and they took that picture of me against my own will.
Okay, just a second.
She posted
just a second. Just a second. So now you know where this picture comes from.
I don't know where it came from.
You
but I
just
do
told
know-
me where it came from. Somebody took a picture of you when you were having a dispute with girls and posted it someplace.
Yes. I don't know how she got it.
I don't care how she got it. If it was posted out there, she just
Well, it wasn't
reposted
posted anywhere.
It had to be posted somewhere. Do you know where you got it?
Yes, Your Honor. I can show you the video.
Can I-
where it
They
came
have
from. Can I get my
mutual
phone
friends.
back?
Just a second. Could I see the video?
Yes, ma'am.
They have
Because somebody posted the
mutual
video.
friends. Yeah, they have mutual friends.
Ma'am, I'm
Listen to
34
me
years old.
Listen to me carefully.
Yes, ma'am.
If she got this photograph off someone else posting it, she's allowed to do that.
No.
No, she's not.
someone
It's
still
still
got to
revenge
her.
porn.
What?
And someone sent that to her.
Your
she
Honor,
did not
this is
get
all-
that
you-
from
you
a
will see,
public
Your Honor.
page.
Let
That
me
was
get it
never
up.
posted nowhere publicly.
She put that
just a
picture
second.
on the review.
Show me where it was posted publicly, because she knows where it happened.
It wasn't
She clipped.
posted publicly. She posted it publically.
Why would that be posted for people
So
to see?
the review I made of her, of my experience with her, she got on that review and went ballistic. She was posting new photos of her. She was
Slandered my
threatening
name.
me.
No, I'm not interested. Listen to me carefully.
Okay.
Not interested. Right now, I'm dealing with the photograph.
Right.
And the only thing that I'm interested is the photograph. She either created it, or she saw it someplace, or somebody sent it to her. May I see it?
Put your eyes back this way. Wait, what's my shoulder from here? My shoulder. No, my shoulder. Peter, get this thing. My shoulder. My shoulder. My shoulder is out of socket. On God. Hold on. On God, my shoulder dislocates. Back up. Hold on.
How embarrassing.
Ooh. Give me the camera. No.
Run, cause she gonna spit.
Yes, she is.
You better run.
Well, this was May 12th in Bakersfield. Okay, where did you get this from?
All over.
Someone sent that to you.
When she
Don't speak.
Yes, Your Honor.
Come on. You
I mean, you're not a doll. I'm,
Get in there.
you know,
Get in there.
you're pretty and sweet today. Yeah. This is a different person here in this video. You
are.
understand
She's a
that?
sex
Do you
worker.
understand that? It's a different person.
And see,
Okay,
she's still doing it.
Evan,
Calling her a
quickly.
sex worker. Like,
I'm asking a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you get that from?
When she busted my windows, I got on my page asking for help to find her, and different people were just sending me stuff. She has a nasty name around Bakersfield.
Just a second.
but you have both our numbers.
Your counterclaims dismissed. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,000.
Thank
We're
you, ma'am.
finished.
Thank
I
you,
told
Your
you more
Honor.
than- I
How
told
would it
you
be
3 times
what about
to be
the
quiet.
promo?
We
I
are
owe
done.
makeup artists?
We are
Let's go.
done.
Oh, makeup
This
artist.
court is
We
adjourned.
are
Let's go.
done.
Destiny Jones for impound fees, parking tickets, and an assault.
Court come to order. All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Judge, case 4018, Casas versus Jones.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. Casas, you sold the defendant an old car.
Yes.
And you claimed that as a result of her not following through with your agreement, which was to register the car immediately, she accumulated tickets, the car became impounded, you had to go and get the car out of impound, you had to do that twice. Ultimately, you repossessed it, she took it back. All of this resulted in expenses for you that far and exceed the value of the car.
Yes.
The defendant, Ms. Jones, says she purchased the car from you. She paid you $1,600 for the car. It was a 2007.
Hyundai Tucson.
Now, when you sold her the car, on what date?
I sold her the car on February 1st, 2024.
What date?
The 25th of February.
No, it's not true.
I have evidence.
I have it right here. Excuse me, Your Honor. I have them.
Shh. Show me what you have to demonstrate that the car was sold on February 1st, and you can show me what you have that established the car was sold on February 25th. What's this $200 finder's fee?
My cousin charged us both $100 each for connecting us together and her selling the car to me. So I paid her that the day of purchasing the vehicle.
Well, I don't know whether you did or whether you didn't.
And then the transaction fee, sorry, on the other page.
Well, I have your release of liability, but that's in May.
But it says on the date over there, on the date that I sold her the car.
Well, you put the date.
Yes.
You put the date in.
Yeah, why would I do that if I was lying, though, you know?
I don't know,
remember,
because
you know.
because you didn't remember, but you put the date in. This doesn't have anything that suggests that it was the beginning of February as opposed to February 25th. You got a release of liability of the car on May 1st.
Yes, well, may I, Your Honor?
No, not yet. Had the car been registered at the time that you sold it?
Yes, it was registered to me, Your Honor. I have the registration if you'd like to see it.
I just want to know, when you sell a car, you live in California?
Yes.
When you sell a car in California, you have to have, along with the title, you have to give a smog test that's valid within the last 90 days. Did you have that?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it.
Yes.
This car was smogged 11/24/2023. Why couldn't you register the car?
When I went to register the car, the car needed to be smogged. I have my title saying that it's a temporary registration. She didn't provide me the smog certificate when I purchased the car off of her.
She never asked me for it, Your Honor, but I would have gave it to her if she would have asked me.
Well, that's a problem.
I understand, Your Honor.
Because you have to provide this.
This is my first time with selling a car or having experience, so, but I held on to it, and I do know that now, Your Honor, so I do understand where I was wrong.
So she couldn't register the car without a smog test unless you had it retested. But when you purchased the car from her sometime in mid-February, when you purchased the car from her, she did, in fact, give you the title.
She gave me the title 2 days after, because we were supposed to meet at the DMV.
Which you never did because...
Shh, just a second. She gave you the title?
Yes.
On what date?
She gave me the title on the 27th.
Okay. So now you have the title.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's up to you to get the car smogged. Do you work?
At the moment, no.
No, not at the moment.
No.
Then?
Then, no.
What did you need a car for?
To see my daughter. She lives in Whittier, and I live in South Central.
Between February 27th and May 1st, did you see your daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh is not an answer.
Yes, I did.
And you drove there?
Yes, I did.
And you drove there in her car? That would be a yes.
No, I drove there in my car.
Well, you drove there in a car that you had purchased from her but didn't complete your contract with her. You drove a car where she had given you the title to the car so that you had the ability to register it. You just had to do a little more work. So it's not that you didn't have use of a car. You had use of a car, but she had all the liability because it was still in her name. You're smart enough to understand that, right? You're smart enough to understand that if the car is still in her name, then she will be responsible for parking tickets or moving tickets that you get for the car because her name is still the registered owner of that car, right?
Yes.
Great.
I approached her, and she was already coming out all crazy at me, and she pushed me in the street, and I almost got hit by a car, Your Honor.
I didn't do anything wrong. If she would have provided me the smog certificate, then none of this would even be happening.
Karen Casas claims car buyer Destiny Jones purchased her car and never transferred the title, causing Karen to receive parking tickets in her name.
Now I'd like you to show me tickets that accumulated on the car between, let's say, the third week in February and May 1st, when you finally removed yourself from libel for the car.
Your Honor?
I don't need to speak to you yet. Okay, so here's one parking ticket that's on the 26th of February. So 26th, according to you, you had the car.
Mm-hmm.
So this is your ticket.
Okay, that's fine, yes.
Did you pay it? You got it. Listen to me.
I didn't
No. That's baloney. You got it because it wasn't a moving ticket. You parked on the street where there was no parking, street cleaning. So when you got back to the car, there was a ticket which you took and discarded. Okay, and here you were double parking in March. Who is at street?
I live on.
Well, then what were you double parking for?
I live in South Central, and the apartment complex I moved into doesn't have a parking lot for their tenants, and the parking is really, really bad there. I have pictures of the streets, like in the middle of the day.
What does that have to do with her? You get a parking ticket because you double parked your car, then you pay it.
Your Honor, if she would have provided me the smog certificate when she sold me the vehicle, then nothing would have been in her name.
Listen to me. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. What did that have to do with you double parking the car? You were driving it. Duh. You were driving the car. You were violating the rules by not parking it in the right place. What does that have to do with smog? Explain it to me. Maybe I'm stupid. What does the fact that you didn't get a smog receipt have to do with you violating the law, getting tickets, and not paying them in a car that you were using? Can you explain that to me? No, you can't. Okay, good. Not as dumb as I thought. Okay, so you were getting these, there were 2 parking tickets, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And you sort of got fed up with the 2 parking tickets and you tried to contact her. That didn't work out.
So I reported the car stolen because
I understand. That's where I'm getting to.
Okay.
But the car was not stolen. So you know that that's not the right thing to do. It wasn't stolen. She had paid you for the car.
Your
You
Honor.
were turned over the title to the car. The car wasn't stolen, madam.
May I, Your Honor?
Sure.
Okay, so upon selling her the car, when she gave me the money, I told her we had a verbal agreement, and I said, if you don't take me to the DMV tomorrow, because I did not want to be liable for anything, that I could give you the money back. Goes, all bets are out the door. Okay, we had a verbal agreement. She knew that, and she never came.
What does that have to do with you reporting to the police?
She wasn't answering her phone, Your Honor. I had started getting tickets in the mail already, and so when I was trying to contact her, she wasn't answering my phone calls. So I figured if I got her attention by reporting the car stolen, that she would see maybe I should transfer the title to her
I just
name,
want to
you
tell
know?
you something. It's expedient, but when you falsely report an incident, which is what you did, you falsely reported a crime.
Yes, Your Honor.
Not a breach of some civil contract.
That's how.
But you falsely reported a crime. That is a crime.
I understand, Your Honor.
Okay. I just want you to understand that people can't do that and sort of resort to, because it's expedient, well, I'll report it stolen, and that way the police will get involved, and that way it'll get her attention. That's not what the police are there for. The police are there to take care of crimes. This is not one. Just letting you know.
Okay.
Okay. Now, then the car was impounded.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why was the car impounded?
Because she reported it stolen.
And is that when you had to retrieve the car?
Yes, so
Just a second. Then you had to retrieve the car.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you reported it stolen and they picked it up. And how much was that?
It was $900 the first time.
Okay, so that you don't get back because you don't get rewarded for committing a crime.
I understand, Your Honor.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, the car was impounded a second time because you took the car back. Did you get the car back?
Yeah, the date.
Shh! Did you get the car back?
Yes.
On what date?
On April 2nd.
How did you get the car back?
Karen told me where it was at. It was at her father's house.
That's not true.
You got the car back on April 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh is not an answer. Yes is an answer. Was the car impounded again?
Yes.
On what date?
May 20th.
For what?
For allegedly blocking a driveway.
Blocking a driveway where?
On the street I live on.
Okay. Where's the car now?
I have it. It's outside.
Is it now registered in your name?
The car, I registered the car.
That's either yes or no?
Yes.
On what date?
April 2nd. I have the evidence.
May I see the registration for the car, please? Okay, so as of the beginning of April, the car is registered in her name. Now, the car was towed a second time on what date?
They retrieved it on 5/20/2024, and it was also in the impound for 19 days.
Well, 5/20, what did you take it out of impound for?
19 days later, well, because they sent me a letter because I was still the registered owner at that time.
No, not on May 20th.
But that's what the tow yard people here, this from the tow yard.
They're mistaken. According to this, she registered the car in April.
Well, Your Honor, the tow yard had informed me, and they sent me a letter saying that I was still the legal registered owner and that she was just an interested party.
What I'm telling you is...
I believe you, Your Honor.
Your problem is, if the tow company was wrong, which clearly, based upon this, which was stamped April 2nd, and if they towed the car because she was double parked on May 20th, then the tow company got it wrong.
Yeah.
Then you can't sue her, you sue the tow company.
But she still wasn't able to get it out. It was in there for 19 days.
Who cares?
19 days.
It had nothing to do with you anymore.
At that time, I wasn't aware of that. I didn't know that, you know?
You were aware of it because you were aware of it because in the beginning of May, you signed a release of liability of motor vehicles.
Yes, I did.
So you were aware of the fact that a month before, because it was released to you in June, you were aware of the fact that you would sign this release of liability because you were concerned about her. Okay, I would take this up with the tow company. If I were you, I'd be more than delighted to hear it.
Okay.
If everything is, as you indicate, that the tow company got it wrong. All they had to do was upgrade their information about this car, and they would have found out that the defendant was the registered owner. And if she wanted to get it out, she'd have to stop blocking other people's driveways. Okay.
Of purchasing her car and never transferring the title. Karen also claims Destiny assaulted her, but Destiny says it was self-defense.
So who paid these parking tickets?
My friend Bob, he lent me the money, and he was holding on to the car for me until I was able to pay him back, which I did pay him back.
I just wanted you to show me receipts that the parking tickets were paid.
My friend Bob's not around right now. He's
well,
sick,
and then I actually can't help you. They wouldn't have allowed her to register the car if there were outstanding parking tickets on it. So I don't know who paid for the parking tickets, but you have no proof that you paid for the parking tickets. Okay, now after the car was impounded for the second time, you claim she assaulted you.
Yes.
Tell me when and where that happened.
Okay, it was 2 days after the car had gotten out, and she...
Gotten out of when?
The tow yard, the second time.
The second time, so that was in June?
Yes, June 7th.
Now, the car was in impound for 19 days. Why?
I was waiting for my program to assist me with pulling it out of the impound. I live in with the homeless program. They helped me pay my rent and stuff, so they were gonna assist me with getting the car out of the impound.
But you didn't?
No, I didn't. Her and her friend pulled it out of the impound, and I also have a police report. I filed a police report when I needed to retrieve the vehicle back from him.
Okay, so you found out where the car was, and you got it back from her friend. Is not an answer.
Sorry,
yes,
Your
it's
Honor.
an answer.
Yes.
Okay, and after that, you had a confrontation with her. Tell me about that.
I was in my vehicle that I bought from her. She approached me to my vehicle, walking towards me, and she was calling me names.
That's not true.
And she wanted to fight me. So I walked up to her. When I walked up to her, she hit me with her dog leash, and then I defended myself.
Well, let me ask you this question. We're going to go back slowly. According to you, you were sitting in your car, in the driver's seat?
I was in the passenger seat.
In the passenger seat. Who was driving?
My friend.
Who doesn't have a license?
Friend, shh. So your friend's driving?
Yes.
And you were in the passenger seat? And she approached you while you were sitting in the passenger seat?
I got out of the vehicle and...
Oh, that's a different story. So she's calling, just a second, so she's calling you names, and instead of staying in the car, you got out of the car. And then what happened when you got out of the car?
When I walked up to her, she...
So you walked up to her?
She was already walking to me.
Show me somewhere in the room where she was when you got out of the car.
For instance, I was in the vehicle over here, and she was over here at this black wall. And she
so
was
from there,
towards
just
me.
a second, so from there, she's walking and shouting at you. So she didn't come up to the car window and start screaming at you?
No.
She was far away when she allegedly started to call you names?
Yes.
And then you got out of the car?
Yes.
And you were exchanging bad names back and forth?
I didn't exchange any names with her. She
So what
exchanged
did you,
names with me.
so what did you do?
I
You
approached her
and?
And then she hit me with the dog leash.
She did?
Yes.
No, I
Well,
didn't
what were
hear
you, just a second, what were you going to do when you approached her? Shh, stop and think. You approached her. And she was clearly close enough so that, according to you, she could hit you with the dog's leash. And according to you, you weren't saying anything to her. What did you approach her for?
Well, I wanted to know why she was even doing all of this stuff, why she even did all of this to begin with. I didn't do anything wrong. She failed to provide me the smog certificate when I purchased the vehicle. If she would have provided me the smog certificate, then none of this would even be happening.
That's what I have to deal with, Your Honor.
All right. Tell me your version of what happened after the car was released the second time.
So, by the shelter that I live at in Whittier, it was off of Greenleaf at a 7-Eleven right there on the corner. There was video surveillance of it, and so I approached her, and she was already coming out all crazy at me, and she hit me first, Your Honor, and I told her, let me put my dog down, let me tie my dog up, because I was ready to fight back and defend myself, okay? And that's the truth, okay? She wouldn't let me tie my dog up, so she continued to assault me and start hitting me. So I was just trying to, protect myself, and I did hit her with a dog leash, because that's all I had. My dog ended up getting stepped on. And so when I went to go grab my dog, because my attention then went to my dog, so I picked him up, and she pushed me in the street. Like, she kicked me, and I almost got hit by a car, Your Honor.
Okay.
There is video surveillance of it, and the 7-Eleven...
Well, I'd like to see it.
Well, the 7-Eleven, they told me I had to get a subpoena.
Don't tell me what they told you. If I don't have it, it doesn't exist. You have a police report.
I couldn't retrieve it in time, Your Honor.
So you don't have a police report?
I don't, Your Honor.
Do you have any medical proof that you saw any facility, urgent care, emergency room? The answer is yes or no?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have any photographs of your injuries?
No, Your Honor.
All righty. So we have A, no proof that you paid the parking tickets. We have B, a first impound of the car that happened as a result of you committing a crime and reporting a stolen vehicle, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
We have a second impound of the car because the towing company failed to adequately research who owned the car. So she's not responsible for that. That's the towing company. And you have no proof of the assault, of any injuries as a result of this confrontation between the two of you. No police reports, no video surveillance that you say exists, and no medical reports because you didn't seek medical attention. Am I correct?
Yes, Your
on
Honor.
all of those things? Perfect. Case is dismissed. We're done. Thank you very much.
This court is adjourned.
तू नहीं आता ना चल कल आई ना
शादी कैसी लड़कियों से करनी
पत्ते शांति मिनट इथं 10 मिनिटं लिखली आहे हल
हुआ चाहिए मोटरसाइकिल चाहिए नहीं कापो हेडे के
तू नहीं आता ना चल कल आई ना
शादी कैसी लड़कियों से करनी
पत्ते शांति तू नहीं आता ना चल कल आई ना
शादी कैसी लड़कियों से करनी
पत्ते शांति तू नहीं आता ना चल कल आई ना
शादी कैसी लड़कियों से करनी
पत्ते शांति मिनट इथं 10 मिनिटं लिखली आहे हल
हुआ चाहिए नहीं मोटरसाइकिल चाहिए नहीं कापो हेडे के